Hey folks, I'm Aspen Arrow, and we are back in the desert as we continue to try to prepare for the royal ending. We are doing projects and just trying to make sure that we are ready to go when the time is right. We are ripping down that monument we built, at least some of it, so we can repurpose it for floors. We did fix Fantasia's jaw. Took 29 episodes, but she is once again able to haul. And we need to get Danny's Countess ceremony done. Just need a little better quality in our royal room. And not much going on in the quest area. So let's get going. First up, we have a mech cluster with a smoke spewer. Off-map problem causer, so I guess we're taking a trip. But perhaps not in the middle of the night. So in the morning, we will make sure everyone can eat the packaged survival meals because I turned them off. I don't feel like making a second bill, and so when we're not traveling, I just turn them off. We will send a small party to take care of the mechs. Kaz, Rove, Danny, and Sezen, along with our trusty steed Flo, some camels, and some EMP grenades just in case. As we continue to make improvements around the base, in the evening, everyone arrives to take care of the mechs. See if they wake up on their own again. It does have a proximity detector. So hopefully, we'll not experience what we have a few times before with them just waking up. And since I see no real point in fighting the mechs, we'll just go around. Take out a wall. Nice and sneaky like. We'll head on in. And time to take care of that spewer. Get some cargo pods. I'm sure it's not terribly important. Spewer's down. We don't wake up the mechs, so we are just going to go off the edge of the map. And our animals should join us. Every once in a while they don't, but for the most part it seems to work, and everyone can head on home. Next up, once everyone's home, we do get the chance to buy a Persona Monosword with Calm Thoughts. So since we have the money lying around, even though I would prefer a better than normal quality, it still seemed like a worthwhile investment. And hey, Danny might as well have the sword to go with all of her titles. So we will purchase Terror Maker, sell a few things. Notably our prosthetic legs. And Danny gets to have a new sword just in time for a siege. Get everyone inside the walls and see where the siege lands. Fortunately, not too big. It's 11. And we mostly outrange everybody. So we will send the crew over. Unfortunately, Forath deciding at this moment to have an insulting spree. This is her second or third one. And we can't have that going on in the middle of a fight. So we are just going to go ahead and arrest Forath. Already cost her her marriage, and people don't like her very much after her last few insulting sprees. So Danny will take care of imprisonment duties. We'll let her out in a few minutes. Let's send Four Eyes back inside. She's moving very slow in her second trimester of pregnancy. And I forgot to tell everyone to hold fire, so I guess we're fighting. Fortunately, easily outrange most of these folks, and we have very good assault rifles. Like someone managed to get one shot off, but siege done. See if they want to come siege us again, jerks. And, well, in the morning, it's time to name a new leader. Forath has failed us, and having lost her role, it seemed like a good time to change over anyway, as she did not have the best social. So we are going to switch over to Baby Noise, who has a 7 with a double burn passion. I did think it was funny. It was telling me to wait until my colony was more established, but that's cool. We're only 4 years in. I suppose I could make the run last longer, but we are getting close to the end. It looks like we will have one more episode and then the finale. And with that, the 13-year-old Baby Noise is now in charge. Hopefully he'll do better than Forath did. Mostly picked it because he has some offsets to his mood, so he won't get so upset over everything. Next up, our throne room is finally fancy enough, so it is time for Danny to get that last royal rank. And Countess Danny it is, with a terrible ceremony. Nice to know, 93% chance. Rolled that XCOM percent. You get a permit point. And so we will go ahead and choose a way. Grabbing that cataphract squad to throw at something when we need to. And also see we're tossing down concrete just to get around the base faster. And then time for Gavril and Four Eyes' wedding. Everyone making a nice little moment for them. Joined from the Ancient Danger. You can see we are also having some power problems, so I'll have to do something about that. But in the meantime, marriage is on a fast-moving romance for Gavril and Four Eyes. Toss down some more generators. We do have a few batteries, but we have put in a second set of hydroponics, so we're using a lot of power even without the sun lamps. And unfortunately, next up, Baby Noise, having become leader of his people, is now being hunted by a cougar. So, fortunately, Aunt Danny is nearby and has a Persona Monosword. So, hopefully we don't lose our royal, and Danny heads on in to take out that cougar. Maybe should have considered moving Noise closer, but Danny does at least have a shield belt, just taking a few bruises, and the cougar is down. As we start an animatry linking for Suzan, who is working up to Psi rank level 6, we are raided by manhunters. Or attacked? Baited? I don't know what the right word is there, but we have manhunters. So it is time to head indoors. You have a Imperial Trader, so they can take on the Great Tortoise Menace for us. Might as well save our gear and do other things with our time. It'd take the turtles a while, or tortoises a while to get up here. And finally, the melee fighters show up, so hopefully the Royals can handle this, because they are slowly being overrun by turtles. And each other. Can they take out the last one? Maybe? Yes. All right. Tortoise Menace down. One last very slow one moving along. And next up, Smith had an inspired creativity, so we get a legendary assault rifle. Gavril and Four Eyes Wedding. Fortunately, probably not going to either of them. Four Eyes still pregnant. So Novo will have some very creepy artwork on his assault rifle, but that's all right. In preparation of needing to potentially call allies in our final days, we are going to quickly run off and take care of this quest for some extra goodwill, leaving Potato alone to hold down the fort. Apparently, it is the theme of the day. The children are in charge. At least has a shield belt on, so everything will be fine, I'm sure. Game sometimes doesn't like it when you push fast forward while the map is loading. So here's a little camp to take out. You can see Four Eyes on the verge of giving birth. So not ideal that we had to take everybody, but the quest should be relatively quick. And we'll also leave the children back. Although they are adults, there's really no need for them to risk being hit since they take more damage. Fortunately, a pretty easy fight for us. Cookie is down. Last one runs off. We'll go knock out the turret. Take a few pot shots. Check out our loot, which is some bodies. So that's all we need. Get home quick. Everybody back in the shuttle and just grab the few items we found. And home just in time for Potato to grow up. So Potato is now 7, got 3 skills and a trait. We will do medical. I just find it so handy to have the kids start doing the bruise tending so that we can get decent medical. So probably won't matter that much with series end soon. So medical, construction, crafting. Rated too smart, but since they already have genetic pessimism as an impid, it seemed like that was pretty risky. We'll just grab quick sleeper. Our last baby is all grown up and just in time for a new baby. 4 Eyes going into labor. So quality is 77%. 89% chance for a healthy baby. We'll have Mila doctor. Gavril will join his wife. Nestor will hang out and research. Potato will learn. And as we enter the final stages of labor, we unfortunately do have a stillborn. I think it was a 3% chance. So unfortunately, baby Guacama did not make it. So a sad moment for the tribe. We'll of course bury our baby. Excited to do it over with our trees and shrines. Hang out amongst the dryads. And there's a little bit of dirt over there, so we'll plant some roses. Then a sad moment. A funeral. Our first lost colonist. Always disappointing when you roll that 3%. But the story is not over. So the tribe has a ceremony. We say goodbye to the baby and hope for a better outcome for 4 Eyes and Gavril before the end. And one final thing for the episode, we got a quest to get some gear for some plasteel, which we have accumulated around 1200 plasteel. We have a very nice vein with our deep drills. So we will go ahead and send Cuz off to trade, fulfilling the offer. Unfortunately, was planning to Farce get back and her psi focus dropped too low. And we are now immobile. So we will have to sell some of the uranium we were given. So that she can get moving. Ultimately also does run out of food, so we will end up sending one of our other Psycasters over to meet up with her and Farskip home. You get some Locust armor and an orbital bombardment targeter, so we'll see how we make use of those. And with that, time for the episode to come to an end. Thank you so much for joining me today in RimWorld. I do hope you're enjoying the series, and if you are, I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing. As always, have a pleasant day, and I'll see you next time.